Hey YouTube, this is obscurevisions again. I figure I still have some time and I'm not really doing anything, just kind of hanging around. So I'm gonna jump right in and start with the first video in my Crystal Dictionary A to Z series. I've decided not to go in alphabetical order, just because I know that I'm gonna come to a point where I'm going to end up skipping one in the A's and then have to go back, or skipping one in the B's and have to go back, or I might actually discover, well, not discover because they've already been discovered, but I might actually come into contact with a new stone that I've never worked with before that might have been earlier on the alphabet, and I might want to include that, and then it's like, well, I'm going out of order, so I'm just going to start with the basics here. The most common stone that you're going to find and potentially work with is quartz. Quartz is a very, very, very large family of crystals. The quartz family itself is the most common type of mineral in existence. It also includes other families, such as the family of chalcedones, agates, and jasper. Different types of quartz you're going to come into contact with: clear quartz, smoky quartz, citrine, amethyst. Carnelian is also among them, and any of the agates, the jaspers, and the chalcedones. Pink chalcedony, blue chalcedony, red agate, blue lace agate, any of the types of jaspers, red jasper, Picasso jasper. There's just so many stones that fall under the realm of the quartz family, but the specific type of quartz I'm going to talk about today is clear quartz. Clear quartz is your all-purpose crystal. It's often used in crystal balls for scrying, and it's ridiculously cheap. Because of the fact that quartz is the most common mineral in existence, and clear quartz itself is the most common type of quartz, it's probably the one that you're going to want to start with if you've never worked with gemstones before. If you're worried about buying fancy, expensive stones, if you're worried about, emptying out your wallet just to buy stones, don't buy fancy, expensive stones. Just work with quartz. The reason being is because clear quartz is an all-purpose crystal. And the analogy I like to use here is that clear quartz is to crystal magic as white candles are to candle magic. You can charge them for any intent. You can use them as substitutes if you don't have a certain color. You can use them as substitutes for gemstones if you don't have a certain type of gemstone. Clear quartz is like a blank slate for you to work with. And like I said before, it's very cheap. I'll just see if I can show you this here. Here's some pieces of clear quartz that I have right here. This is a clear quartz wand. Has one termination right there. Terminations when it comes to a point. And this I actually use for healing purposes just because it's good for directing energy. So it's clear quartz wand. You could also use something like this in ritual too, but I usually just save that for healing. And these are just clear quartz crystal points. These are ridiculously cheap. I think I got these for maybe 25 cents a piece. They're not expensive at all, and you can charge these, you can carry them around, you can use them for whatever intent you want. They're very much an all-purpose crystal. Clear quartz in general can be used as a power kicker to amplify energy. If you are doing a spell which you think requires a little more than just your personal power, add a kicker. If you want to use it to charge candles, if you want to use it to charge tools you might be working with, if you feel like you need a little extra kick, clear quartz. 1, 2. Use a whole bunch of them. They're really good for amplifying energy. In addition to that, clear quartz can also store energy for spells. So if you have any kind of energy that, like I was saying, you want to charge it, you can store your energy inside of clear quartz. Even if you want to get rid of negativity, if you want to store negativity within a crystal, you can do that too. A good thing that I would recommend doing is, if you're feeling like you're particularly bogged down with negative energy, is basically charge this crystal with all of that negativity inside of you, and then go and bury it You can bury it for a full moon cycle, you can bury it for 3 days. I've heard different instances where people, they just bury it on the night of the full moon and leave it there overnight. Or they'll bury it for a full moon cycle. I would recommend a full moon cycle just because, you know, longer the better. So basically, all of that energy is being returned to the Earth. Is it a bad thing to release your negative energy into the Earth? No. Why? Because negative energy, I mean, that helps, it's just like positive energy. It helps preserve the balance. If you want to remove that negativity, if you feel like you have too much negativity in your life, store it in a crystal, bury the crystal, let the crystal clear itself out in the Earth, and then you can dig it out and, you know, after the full moon cycle and reuse the crystal. The crystal will be cleared. One important thing you'd want to do is if you do choose to bury crystals, make sure you mark where you buried it. It'll rain, it'll do something, you'll forget where you put it, it'll move around, and you'll end up losing your stone. Clear quartz, it's not too bad if you lose clear quartz. You're probably not going to put a dent in your wall losing quartz. But, yeah, if it's really imperative to you not to lose your stones, make sure you put like a wooden dowel or something and mark it in the ground so you know where you buried it so you can get it back. Otherwise, you're gonna lose a stone. Clear quartz is very, very useful for healing. It can aid to open up and balance any of the body's energy centers. So if you like working with the chakras, you like working with healing, clear quartz can be used on any of them. If you feel like your energy centers are out of balance, put clear quartz on every one of your chakras. Crown, third eye or brow, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root. Clear quartz. It'll help to balance out the energy. Or if you feel blocked, if you feel like any of your chakras are potentially blocked with any kind of negativity or not enough energy is flowing through, clear quartz. So basically, yeah, clear quartz is your all-purpose crystal. It can be used for any purpose. You can charge it with any kind of intent. You can reuse it. You can clear it out. It's cheap. It's very easy to find. It's not the type of crystal that you're going to break the bank trying to buy. And, I mean, even just holding clear quartz. Clear quartz is one of the stones where it's very, very easy for you to feel its energy. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, now I'm definitely getting into the realms of new agey crap, but seriously, stones have their own electrical impulses, and you can feel. If you hold a stone in your hand, and you are not feeling some kind of twitching or whatever, I'm surprised. You must not have very sensitive hands, because, seriously, that's the first thing I ever noticed about gemstones. Even just holding a gemstone, or having your hand near gemstones, that's also a very helpful way to intuitively choose which stones you should use in certain instances. A lot of the times you can actually, I mean, if you have any stores you can go to that have gemstone cases, like the one I go to, and you hold a stone in your hand, you'll just know that that's the one you're supposed to use. And literally, I've done that before, and then picked up my book, which I use a lot. There's this book that I bought. It's called Love is in the Earth by Melody, and it's probably the best resource. I would say it's a ridiculously thick book. She has properties of like all of the gemstones you could possibly think of, whether they're toxic, whether they're not toxic, what their numerological significance is, what their background is, what families they're part of. It's huge. She has like 30 pages on quartz or something. But I go to that book, I look up what the stone is, and I end up finding out that's exactly the purpose I was looking for. I'll probably do another video on intuitive choice of crystals and how to choose the right crystal for you, but like I was saying, clear quartz is definitely one of those crystals that you can tell. It speaks for itself. I don't know if I'll do another video today. Maybe, maybe not. I kind of feel like I'm getting off track. But I hope this was somewhat informative. I didn't go too much into scientific stuff. I'm not planning on doing very scientific crystal videos, but yeah. I think that's it for now. Blessed be.